Welcome back to the deck. Deck Night on the Rocks. I'm Homer.
I'm Amy.
And we're going to put 2XO to the test. A fairly new distillery with two different expressions in their Oak series. When we come back. All right, y'all. Welcome back to the deck. Like I said, we're on the deck. We're going to have these amazing 2XO expressions. We've had the American oak. We've never had the French oak. We enjoyed this one so much, we felt like we should try that one. And since we have them both, we're going to put them to the test against each other, see which one's better. And if you're only going to buy one bottle, we'll let you know which one you should buy.
I say buy both.
They're only $49, so why not?
Yeah. So 2XO is something that we found at Kennedy's bar.
Yep. Kennedy's a new bar in Knoxville. It's a really cool bar, and anybody in Knoxville that's related to the Kennedy, if you are watching this, tell them we like their place, and they should let us come do something there, or let us do something together, because that place is cool. And we're cool, and we should do some cool stuff together.
With that said, we really liked the 2XO when we tried it. We thought it was more expensive than it was, which really surprised us that, we can afford it.
Well, they do have a lot of other expressions that are expensive. The Sneakerhead, the Kentucky Gem. There are some other ones that I don't know off the top of my head, but they aren't just a cheap bourbon. They have, I think they're hitting all demographics. So they're hitting the high end and the middle, the regular low end, or whatever you want to call it.
Even this $50 bottle
was awesome. It was
like, okay.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to go further. We've tried the True Blend, which was about $100, and it was really, really good. So we're anxious to try this other one, which is about $50 also.
They're both the same,
yes.
$49.
And they're both what?
They're the Oak series. This is the American Oak, and this is the French Oak.
And what's the difference?
Well, it's
one's American,
oak,
one's French?
One's French Oak.
Yeah.
So they used American Oak in this one, and they used French Oak in that one. It's a twice barreled expression. So when they did it, they did a toasted barrel, a twice barrel. So it's in the standard oak charred finished barrel, and then they double barreled it in the American Oak and then French Oak, which I guess I don't know what their original barrels are. Now I'll pull it up in a minute and get some more specific, so I'll make sure I get this right. But anyway, before we do that, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell so you know about our upcoming live streams that we give away awesome bottles to. We just had one past Friday and gave away some cool bottles, and I hope you guys were there to have the opportunity to get one. If not, there'll be another one within the next few weeks. No idea when it happens. We kind of just randomly decide a day or two before, and we'll make a quick post, let people know when it's going to happen. So
hit that bell.
Yeah, make sure you hit the bell so you get the notifications. And lastly, before we get going, we need to give a shout out to our awesome partners at blindbarrels.com, where you have this amazing tasting kit that you guys can go to their website through the link in description, and you can purchase this kit, become a member of their site, and get these sent to you on a quarterly basis. They have different options for when you can get them and how much it'll cost you to be a part of it, but it's a membership that gets you these blind bottles that are labeled ABCD, and they have QR codes on the back that tell you what's in them. But before you do the QR codes tell you what's in them, you taste them, try to figure out what the nose is, what company it is, where it comes from, what the mash bill is, and they're all craft distilleries. So you're going to get opportunities to try things you've never had before that may not be available in your area. And the coolest thing is you can go directly from that QR code and purchase the bottle if you like it. And if you do want to do that, you can also use Deck Night 10, the coupon discount code, at your purchasing time to get a 10% discount from us.
So it's even off of what they're already giving you.
Even off what they're already giving you, and the prices of the bottles they sell are already discounted. And they can, if you become a member of their site, they'll give you one of these cool blind barrel Glencairns, just because you go through our link in the description. Through us, you can get one of these if you become a member, and you get 10% off anything else you purchase.
Total worth it. It's entertaining. Have a good date night or a party night. Go and try it out.
It was a cool experience. If you guys haven't seen the video that we did with it, we'll tag it up here. You go back and watch that video and see how much fun we had with it. It was a great time. We enjoyed the experience, and we ended up finding a bottle that we really liked and enjoyed.
We did.
So,
all right,
let's move on to 2XO.
So is 2XO considered a craft?
That's a great question. I don't know, but I'm about to look them up to see what the notes and stuff are. So we'll see if it says it on the website. But with that said, I believe it is, because we can just look at the bottle here. Produced and bottled by Prestige Beverage Group, Louisville, Kentucky. I've never heard of Prestige Beverage Group. It's not an MGP, so I'm willing to bet that this is a craft distillery. So why don't you go ahead and let's start with the American Oak, since we've done that one before. We can already go with something that we maybe recognize. But American Oak is the first one in the Oak series, an innovative double oak technique where Dixon Dedman, who is the master blender distiller, inserts chains of charred American oak into barrels with a moderate rye bourbon mash bill of 18%. Dixon will match the profile of each batch, consistent taste and character, providing an everyday offering. Okay, it doesn't. So I'm not going to tell you the notes until you tell me what you think it is.
Have you already looked at them?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
You know I cheat. I don't know this stuff like you.
I'm getting some cherry, some kind of citrus, caramel, vanilla, standard bourbon smell.
It doesn't give an age. We're on the. We're not. We're
Is
on,
it younger?
We're on 2XO's website, and they're not giving us an age statement, so I don't know if it's age stated or not.
There's quite a few places out there that don't give age statements. But I'm pretty sure this is not an older, it's younger.
It's probably younger. It's 92 proof.
I mean, it's lighter in color to me.
Yeah, it seems light.
The legs on it?
Mild legs.
Yeah, they're not that high.
But remember, it's a $49 bourbon, so it's not going to be...
Yeah, so why don't you smell it, because I want to try it. Tick-tock, tick-tock.
It smells like the standard bourbon.
Yeah,
like
it does.
Like a enjoyable, nice bourbon that's not...
Are you picking up the cherry, though?
I'm picking up a sweetness. A fruity sweetness. I don't know if it's cherry, but yeah.
A citrus and a cherry.
All right, well...
Putting it together.
Let me tell you what they are while you taste.
Oh, so, can I try?
Yeah, so the notes are vanilla, honeysuckle, caramel, and citrus zest. So you got it pretty good. No cherry in this one, by their standard, but it doesn't mean you don't smell it.
It's definitely oaky.
Oaky. That means it might be kind of old. Mild, I don't know. When you get the oak and leather and tobacco, it tends to be older. But, I mean, all bourbons have a little bit of oak to them, because that's
Well, it is called American Oak
series.
Maybe that's when I got my oak.
I get a little spice myself.
Yeah, you get a little heat in the back.
Oh, I'm still smelling it. I'm supposed to be tasting it.
Now, right before this, I just had some
1897
Old
Old
Forester.
Forester.
Yeah,
But it's been a little
still
bit.
don't know if that affects things.
I would say it helps your palate be more prepared to accept the bourbon. So
Yeah, the burn. And what is the alcohol content?
92 proof.
92, so it's
lower.
pretty mild.
It's got a decent burn. It's enjoyable burn, front to back, even. It's got a good taste. I'm not getting anything specific. I remember when we did have this at the Kennedy, we just took it on the rocks.
Yes.
One big cube. We never tried it neat, which it was very enjoyable on the rocks. And this right here is still good. I think I liked it better on the rocks, but this is good.
So then, I mean, you've got some peppery in the back, and in the front, it doesn't give you a full zing. It's not a full mouth explosion.
No, but it's a good even. It's spicy, but it's not burny.
No, I don't.
enjoyable.
There is no burn going on.
I get
that
a
pepper.
hint of spice burn in the rear, but it's not a lot.
I'm just getting a pepper, and then the front though, I'm still getting that cherry. There's something about cherry in here that I smell and I taste. But it is buttery.
Well, I like it, and that's how I like to do it. It's cool getting into these notes because a lot of you guys like to hear what the notes are and stuff, but I like them. My review is it's smooth, it's even, it doesn't piss me off, it doesn't burn me up.
Doesn't piss you off?
I like the taste, it's good. That's what I like to say. But the taste of
No
this,
rant yet, guys.
the taste is butterscotch, roasted cashews, nougat, and caramel brittle.
I can get that caramel brittle, and that's maybe, but there is
sweetness.
some cherry in there. I'm not joking.
No cherry in this one?
No, well, I'm tasting cherry.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell's up with us, but our video's running long. This is already 12 minutes. We used to do videos in 10 minutes, and now we're taking forever.
All right, so moving on.
So the finish on this is light peppery spice.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. And it's an enjoyable peppery
So no
spice.
cherry.
No cherry. All right.
Okay, so moving
Next.
on to this French oak, which is ooh, that smells really good.
She likes this one. I never heard her make noises like that before.
Oh, shut up.
French oak. French oak is the second blended oak series. Dixon uses an innovative double oak technique where he inserts chains of charred French oak into the barrel with a moderate rye bourbon mash bill of 18%. You know what's funny is they call it a moderate rye bourbon, and Buffalo Trace calls their mash bill number 2 a high rye bourbon at like 13%. Anyway, and it's somewhere around there because they don't disclose. So I'm not saying it's 13%. It's just that area. Anyway, Dixon will match the profile with each batch to consistent taste character, providing an everyday offering. French oaks moves from sweet to rich caramel on the front to savory. No, I can't tell you that.
So I already went on without you.
It's fine. Give me a smell.
It smells better than this one, but it's completely different smells.
Wow, that does smell better. And I do smell specifics in this.
You do? What is?
Well, I can't say it because I've seen it.
Okay, so what do you get?
Well, what do you smell?
I was not paying attention to you, so I can't tell you. Ah, shit. I'm not. You get... This is more of a wine sweet?
Nope. You gonna taste it?
I already tasted it. I'm trying to give you my nose. We haven't given nose.
Well, you need to hurry up. You're taking forever. What?
It smells really good, but I can't get those sophisticated.
I'm surprised you can't because
Are you getting
you've been saying it all night.
Cherry. Is it cherry?
I've read it.
It's fucking cherry.
It is cherry. But I smell cherry.
I was trying to go away from the cherry because it doesn't smell like this.
Yeah, it smells way sweeter than that.
No, it doesn't. Put it up together. This is more, I think that's more sweet and buttery.
This one's sweeter to me. This one's also sweet, but it's a different sweet. I agree with you, buttery, but buttery to me is savory compared to sweet. It does have a sweetness to it, but I do agree with you that it has a buttery flavor, which takes away from the sweetness.
When I think buttery, I think
like
a heap full of butter on my cinnamon bread, and it takes the whole thing and it makes it savory.
But the buttery, savory is not sweet. Savory is the opposite of sweet.
But buttery is savory.
Yes. Okay. Savory is opposite of sweet.
But butter can be sweet.
If you put sugar in it. So you're saying putting it on a cinnamon.
Buttery has its own taste.
It's not sweet though.
Buttery is buttery.
It is buttery, and I agree that this is buttery and creamy and sweet.
So, okay, so
but
that to me is buttery.
Is sweet without the buttery.
No, there is no buttery,
which makes it more sweet because this has a savory component to it.
Okay, I get that, but more dry. Do you ever think about everybody sniffing your glass?
No, I would not be cool with that if me and you are about it.
I'm watching you do it. I'm like,
I'll let Lexi do it, but
you're
not
putting your
you.
nose nostrils on the where I'm going to sip. Now, on the opposite of that, this is more buttery in my mouth.
It's the way you say it.
It is a creamy, all-around fulfillment of your mouth.
So what the nose...
I'm not getting any zing.
Okay, so what the nose is from 2XO is vanilla, caramel, cherry, and rose. Now we can go on to the taste.
It's probably why I'm not getting anything much different.
Well, I will say this. I like the French oak better than the American oak.
I am liking the French
but I really like the American oak too. Now the finish on the French oak is a little bland. After I said that, it's a little bland. It's not it doesn't have as much. Which when for as smooth as even as this one was, if this one takes a step back in the finish, that means it's actually kind of a lesser taste.
Okay, now I'm getting a little bit, and it hits more of your upper lip and your tongue, and then it goes to the back. Try it again.
I like the French oak up front. And in the mouthfeel, but the finish and the aftertaste I don't like. So when I said I like that better, I think this has got a better lingering aftertaste. That has a bad aftertaste. Everything up to the aftertaste is better. Everything up to the aftertaste is good, but it goes from really good to bad aftertaste.
See, I'm not getting an aftertaste. It goes off. But I like both of them, and this one has more of a peppery after zing. This one gets you up in the front and doesn't give you much at the end. So two opposite bourbons to me.
So the taste on that one is caramel, roasted nuts, coffee, and cinnamon, and the finish is the same as that, light peppery spice, which I disagree with. I don't think this one has anywhere near as much spice as this one, even though this one's kind of mild.
Yeah, they're both good.
So I said I like that better. I think overall I like that better, but this isn't far behind, and this does have a lot better finish.
I feel like I'd have to sit with both bottles all
For a
night
little bit?
and let you know what I think.
All night? I think after about 30 minutes, you'd be drunk and wouldn't have any clue.
Shall we see?
No. So, anywho, okay, if you had to pick one, which one would it be?
Like I said, I need all night, and then I'll let you know tomorrow morning.
Okay. Well, this is a hard choice, I guess, but they're both done the same way. Just one's with French and one's with American oak. So they're probably not going to be that different. And but I like them both. I think they're definitely worth $49. And if you guys haven't had them, you should try them. It's worth $49. I would pay for this.
Put those together, and you got white peppery in your face.
Okay, put them together and try that.
Maybe try.
So like
It goes from. No, why would you do that?
you said, put them together.
In your mouth. You got front and back. Zing, 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 zung, zung, zung. Right?
Yeah, I think together they're pretty darn good.
There you go, everybody.
Maybe
Go get both. Put them together.
Maybe they should blend these two as one and make one bourbon out of them. Well, that's a pretty cool experience. I like the 2XO. I like what we've had. And I think if you guys have the opportunity to get a $49 bottle of either one of these, you should. You should give it a try. It's not that much, and it's a good experience, and you won't be disappointed. You won't want to pour it down a drain, I don't think. 2XO. Good bourbon. French oak, American oak. You're going to have to try them and make a decision which one you like better, because I like the French oak up front. I like the American oak finish. I think they're both good, though, and I think they are definitely a value worth giving them a shot.
Oh, yeah, definitely something you have to go try. And this is where your palates really, what do you like better?
Yeah, I mean, because obviously everybody's palate and taste and interpretations are different. And these two are so close that I think that it's going to be an individual person's taste that's going to have to stand up and say which one you like better, because
they're very even.
close, really.
Yeah.
Yep. But again, 2XO is a company. It's very cool. It's very likable, and we enjoyed it. So give it a shot. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, and go check out Blind Barrels through the link in the description. Get a 10% discount off anything you buy. And if you become a member, you get a free Glencairn from Blind Barrels. And it's Deck Night 10 in the coupon code. It'll be in the description. Please, guys, go give them a shot. We appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. And
Will you see you next time?
What she said. All right.
Keep sipping.
Yep.
On those Blind Barrels.